Okay, gentlemen, this is what happens when you get all your work done and you're just waiting to go to Serbia. I tend to get a little bit more productive because I got extra time to be able to do these videos. So I'm going to leave you with one more story. They say things come in sets of three. Well, so do these stories that I'm about to impart upon you. And it starts like this. Once upon a time, there was a very famous pope. And this pope died. And he went to heaven. And when he was going to heaven, he was getting ready to get in line. And when he was getting ready to walk through the gates, they noticed that he was coming. And so God basically said, hey, you know what? This is a very esteemed guest. So get all the archangels and all the saints and everyone and gather them to welcome him to heaven. And so he got to the gates and everyone was kind of clapping, saying, you did a great job. Your humanitarian efforts were fantastic. You were peaceful. You tried to teach the best you could with your word. And he was just given a great standing ovation from everyone. And everyone was excited to have him there. You know, having one more person in heaven that was good, I guess is a good thing. So they said, you know what? For all your dedication on what you have done and the good that you've done to the earth and to the people around you, he was actually a pretty good guy. He said, we're going to give you anything you want. We want to make sure that your stay here in heaven is everything that you wish for. He said, what would you like? And the Pope thought and said, you know what I would really like? I would really like it if I could really understand what the original texts were of the ancient manuscripts, because as time goes on, things get changed, and it's kind of confusing to find out what the actual message really was from the very beginning, the very first things that were ever written. So they said, oh, absolutely, you know, down into the library, we have all the original manuscripts, and I think that you're going to find everything you want there. So he was ecstatic. And so for the next months, years, or days, no one really knows what it's like in heaven, he sat there and he just was so in just heaven. He was going through and he's just reading all these old manuscripts, and he was just so excited to really hear the true message of what originally was supposed to be taught. And he was learning so much. And one night, in the middle of the night, he was studying. It was complete silence. All the angels, St. Peter, all the saints were sleeping. And all of a sudden you hear this, ah, 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 no! And it's waking everyone up, and you know, and everyone's like, what's going on? So they all run down there to the library, and they're like, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong? And there, the Pope is sitting there, and he's pointing at the manuscript and said, someone took out the R. It was supposed to say, celebrate. Who changed it to celibate? With that, gentlemen, that's all I'm going to say from here on in. Enjoy your life, enjoy your sex, and enjoy your existence. Hypnotica, out.